It's fine.
What's up, Miggy?
How's it going, man? Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You been
He's
okay?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I just starting to get that Arizona heat back, and getting ready for our time in Vegas and catching up on all the Dream Slam stuff.
I hear that. Yes, sir.
How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I my shoulder's a little heavy today. I
There you go.
Man.
don't. So we were just talking about that. So yeah,
How's it feel after well, we've already asked you how you feel, but like I mean, this was at least a year-long process, like a year-long grind. And
yeah.
then you won championships in between. You had I mean, just incredible matches all year long. But like now it's like, do you feel even more pressure or are you relaxing a little bit?
Nah, I feel more pressure because now like I'm representing the whole Dream Slam. Before I feel like when I had the California Dream Championship, I was never a champion before. I was trying to figure it out. I was trying to like, okay, like what kind of champion do I want to be? Like, and now I have the championship of the company. And so it's like more pressure, but now I understand what it takes to be a champion and to represent the brand and the company. So it's a little bit more of an experienced 5 star, as you can say.
Well, I mean, Jordan Cruz held that thing for a long time, and almost every single time he cheated to win.
Yeah,
Beside, I don't expect that from you at all. Other than that,
no, not at all.
how can the reign of 5 star, what can we expect?
For one, 5 star matches. That's what we're going for. We want to raise the quality of this championship. Jordan Cruz, he had it for a very long time, but like I explained to him, and I said it on commentary, if you got to cheat to win every single time, I mean, that's not, where's the integrity in that? And 5 stars all about having integrity. So for me, I'm looking to have 5 star matches and beat people fair and square, in the center of that ring and prove why I am Dream Slams champion, but I'm also exactly what I say I am, 5 star.
Which is crazy that you said that because I saw your first official title defense has been announced.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm gonna root for you regardless of how much I like this guy too. Um, but with that being said, you got Jack Cartwheel coming up now. How you feeling about
Yeah.
that?
I'm feeling, when I found out I was wrestling Jack Cartwheel, like you guys got to understand that I've been watching Jack Cartwheel for a long time, you know, and you know he's been on a tear, performing at WWE, WWEID, WWE Evolve, traveling the world, fighting the best legends in the business. But for me, I'm excited because I want to show that I also have what it takes to compete at a level that Jack Cartwheel is also on, So he's been on my list of people. 2026, I called it 5 star versus all. And he was one of the people that I mentioned that I wanted to wrestle. And now, March 28th, I get to wrestle Jack Cartwheel. So for this, so that's an added bonus. So I'm looking forward to that a lot.
Let, let me give the people the details. So, like you said, March 28th, Dream Slam presents Fallout. That's live from Gamecraft Brewery in Anaheim. And the main event, like we just talked about, is the Dream Slam Heavyweight Champion, 5 star Raymond Bright, defending against Jack
Mm-hmm.
Cartwheel. You can get your tickets this week at dreamslam.com. I wish I could buy 2 tickets and just be there twice, like at once.
I wish
Like I wish I could
you could do
clone
that.
myself and just be there to like, twice.
Buy two and then pay it forward and just give it to
Hey,
somebody.
we did a giveaway last time. So, well, this is interesting. When I saw this match announced, I thought, okay, I expect, a great athletic competition between these two. But Jack Cartwheel has challenged for that championship before, and he came up short.
Yeah, I was
So,
actually just watching that match
oh, you're already studying. I like it. I like it.
already. Already,
I was just
we
gonna
do our
say
homework over here.
he might have, a little bit of an edge to him, I don't know. He might be more hungry than he was last time.
I mean, I'm counting on it because I want the best version of Jack Cartwheel going into March 28th. But at the same time, Jack Cartwheel is like athletic, like god tier athletic. You know, I understand where my limits are. I can't do the stuff that Jack Cartwheel does, but I can do what I do. 5 star comes in, glitter, flash, power. That's my strategy with Jack Cartwheel. So I'm gonna just go there. I'm gonna play my game, make him fight my fight, and eventually take this baby back home with me at the end of the night.
Uh, You're so cool. I'm marking it 5 star right now. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. We'll like be talking about, we'll be interviewing somebody or like we'll be talking about Kane from like 1998 and I'll just freak out and I'll just have a little moment there. That's just me being honest. Miggy, what do you got for 5 star?
So, I talk about you quite a bit. A lot of people ask me, especially out here, who are some people that we need to be watching that we may not hear every single day? And I always throw out the same three names. It's you, Jake Redondo, and Brittany Brooks. Those
Yeah.
who I think are the future of professional wrestling, 100%.
Hmm.
Now, with you being the champion, I mean, you got this big match with Jack Cartwheel coming up, but who are some of your names now that you're like, you know what, I'm the champion. Let's throw out some challenges. Who are some people that I want to take on and defend this championship and show how good that I am?
Oh yeah. Like I said, on my Instagram page, CC5 star, if for those who aren't acquainted, I posted I wanted Jack Cartwheel, which was one of them. I wanted Vito Fratelli, right? I wanted Cappuccino Jones in the singles. Right? I wanted Suavecitos, any one of the Suavecitos. I wanted Starboy Charlie. Um, I wanted Titus Alexander, and there's some other ones that I have on the list. I was gonna actually make an updated list because there's new people that I'm like, I've been seeing them do their thing, and I wanted an opportunity to wrestle them. Jake Redondo is actually one of them. There's a guy named David Jacko in Vegas who I
Okay.
wanted to wrestle for the longest. And those are just some of the people. But really and truly, I want everybody. I want anybody where people are saying this guy is the guy. I want to face them and show that I'm also that guy. I've developed since my California Dream Championship reign. I've developed a competitive streak. And that's just because like before I was just in it and happy to be here, happy for the opportunity, happy to, just get an opportunity to wrestle anywhere, you know? And now in this year that I'm in, my goal is to wrestle the best, and have high quality matches with high quality opponents, because how could I call myself 5 star if I'm not having 5 star matches against the five
Good point.
star wrestlers of the world, not just California. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing above anything.
That's awesome,
So,
dude. You said Starboy Charlie, and my eyes lit up. That would be a phenomenal match between the two of you.
Yeah, I
No
think
doubt in
so
my
too.
mind.
Miggy
I
and
think
I
so
have
too.
talked often about one day doing a How Is This Fake wrestling show where we like, book a couple matches and you just gave me a ton of great ideas.
Hey, you
One
make it
day.
happen, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it big. That's what we gotta do. That's what we
You
gotta do.
You mentioned earlier that you had, your list. The last
Mm-hmm.
time you were on, you showed us your like wrestling notebooks, like your
Mm-hmm.
journals. How are those doing? How are they doing good? Are the pages getting fuller? Have you had to get a new one?
I got a new one. Funny enough, the other one I showed you was black. Now I got a brown one. Right?
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
like those ones, like that one I've been filling up recently with stuff. I always start off just writing, who am I? Who's 5 star today at this moment? Me writing in this book. And then I always continue off, and that's where I write my ideas and I get my ideas down. I write down my goals. I write down things that I'm looking forward to doing this year. And funny enough, like I said, that list of opponents I gave you, they're in that book, you know. If you look back in my other books, there's a list of opponents that I've had from when I first came down to Cali, from back when I was in New York. Um, all those names, I'm looking to fill them and cross them off at some point. But right now, I got Starboy Charlie. So I mean, I got Starboy Charlie. I got Jack Cartwheel.
Yeah.
See where my mind is at right now.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Well,
you got me all
we'll
thinking about that one.
refocus.
But yeah, no, yeah, right now, March 28th. Jack Cartwheel. So I'm focused on that. I want to make sure that I represent this title here as best to my ability as I can, which means that I got to be on my P's and Q's with a guy like Jack Cartwheel, and I got to make sure that I pull out all the stops. So you may be seeing some new things. You may be seeing some things that I've been cultivating for the year that I've been doing this. I'm looking to pull out all the stops. All the stops.
Oh yeah. A lot of people, me, and then I've heard other people, kind of like second it. But I think 2025 was the year of 5 star. Do you feel do you feel that way? Like, do you look at what you were able to accomplish and the road that you took last year and acknowledge that, like, where you started and now where you are? Or is it just like a daily, get up and go? You can't think about the success because it's all about what's in front of you.
When I look back at 2025, I think of it as the arrival, the arrival. Because I arrived on the scene, nobody knew who I was. Nobody really. It was just like, okay, it's just some kid who's coming from some other place, and he's coming here, and you know, whatever. And throughout my year, I've slowly made people, oh, 5 star? Okay. I've made people remember me. There's some people who, like, I've seen that I remember my very first time where I introduced myself to them. It was like a brush me off, like, ah, yeah, okay, all right, man. And then now, those same people are like, 5 star, man, what's up? How you doing? Hey. And it's like, I don't hold no grudges or anything. It's just like one of those where I made you, I made you a believer. I made you say, oh, five 5 star, that's your name, that's you. And so last year was the arrival, and now for this year, it's waking people up. It's waking SoCal up. It's waking California up. It's waking up the whole United States, letting them know that 5 star is the guy coming up. So at the end of the year, my hope and goal is I want to be the biggest name in California. That's my goal.
Well, that brings me to another
Yes.
question. Obviously, I'd love to have you out here in Arizona. You get a gig out in Arizona, you always got a roof to stay under in my house. I promise you that. But
Mhm.
Don't scare him away. No,
I
I'm just
right, I
kidding.
don't know. My house is a lot. We got some angry chihuahuas in here. We got all these creepy toys and things like that. But you're welcome to stay whenever if you get a gig out here. But
Yeah.
it's a there's a lot of big events coming up in Vegas. What are the
Yeah.
chances that we see you in Vegas in any capacity at all, or you got any big plans coming up with that with WrestleMania
Oh
week?
yeah. Yeah, actually, currently, if I check my calendar, I got the 16th and the 18th, I believe. It's that Friday and that Wednesday. I'll be in town, Vegas for Unapologetic Pro, and I'll also be in Vegas for Relentless Pro Wrestling, collaboration with Future Stars of Wrestling. So those are two that I'm looking forward to, and like if there's any other ones that pop up, you never know. You never know. But those are the two right now that are solidified down for WrestleMania weekend. So WrestleMania weekend, 5 star will be in town wrestling.
That's see TJ. There you go. Now we found our Wednesday show. We're
There
trying
we
we're
go.
trying to fill up the calendar.
It's
So
getting full. Look, we got the merch. Are you wearing one of the hats right now?
oh, I'm wearing one of the
Oh
hats
yeah.
right now.
Oh well, I want one. Yeah, 5 stars. We
I
all
want a
got
5 star
hats. Look at
hat
all our
too, but
hats.
we got the how
I
is
mean
this
I
fake
got
hat.
one. I got one for you.
All right,
But I need that
hey,
one. We
I
gonna
got a
trade. We
how
can
is this
trade.
fake friend of the podcast hat? Hold on. They're gonna come in all different colors, but this is the friend of the podcast hat.
Uh-huh.
And then I got the how is
Nice.
this fake hat? My wife is currently in the other room pressing hundreds of t-shirts. So
Just
we
sweating
got
Wow.
all
some
by
t-shirts
herself.
coming your way too.
Yeah,
Dude,
for
okay,
sure.
I gotta ask because we don't really. I don't really ever ask wrestlers about what they think about like like what stories they're most into right now and stuff. But I'm gonna take a risk here. 5 star. When it comes to like wrestling and watching wrestling as a fan, what do you like watching the most right now?
Right now, I like WWE right now. I like keeping dibs on New Japan. You know, watching I just watched New Beginning with Coach Fred versus Finley's son, right?
Yep.
Like I like watching those. Right now I was just watching the Chamber, so I'm interested in how things are looking going into WrestleMania without spoiling it for the people who haven't necessarily watched it. But I'm looking forward to that, you know. At heart, I'm a fan. I love wrestling. Grew up watching wrestling, playing the video games, making my characters on 2K, and dreaming of eventually becoming a professional wrestler. And now I get to have that honor to do that and have a legacy building as a professional wrestler coming up in wrestling. So I definitely like to keep tabs on the things that's happening in wrestling, because that's where we're trying to be. So why not watch it?
Yeah, you're playing the long game. You're setting your sights on who you're gonna take out once you get there.
Yeah,
Obviously.
I guess you could say that.
Mickey, what else you got for 5 star?
I'm just in my head now. I'm thinking you put an idea in my head because you're watching all these things. I was like, who on each roster now, looking at New Japan, TNA, AEW, WWE, those big rosters, do I, see you up against? And so quick rundown. I'm gonna give you about a minute. Those
Mhm,
four, those out of those four rosters, New Japan, TNA,
mhm.
WWE, AEW, one dream opponent from each on their current roster.
AEW hands down Shelton Benjamin.
I
That's
remember us
my
talking a little bit
Yeah,
about
we
that.
talked
Yeah.
that's
about
my
that.
wrestler, right? So it's always wherever Shelton Benjamin is at is always gonna be the first pick for me. New Japan, I'm interested in facing Zayn, my boy Zayn.
All right.
He's been doing his thing. So like that's one thing that New Japan, Zayn. If we talking um TNA, gotta go with Leon Slater. Definitely gotta go with him.
Dude, that would be a phenomenal match.
Yeah,
I'd
that
be
would be
jumping
dope.
all over the place.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. But like, yeah, Leon Slater, and then WWE, it's gotta be for me personally. It's gotta be Trick Willie. I love Trick
All
Willie right
right.
now. I love Trick Willie right now.
Phenomenal performance he put on in the Elimination Chamber. He did really
He
good. I
did.
was impressed.
He did. to me, he solidified himself with that performance. Like if people didn't get behind him now and like get behind him then now it's like that's the guy. That's the guy.
Exactly. I see it. All right.
Yeah.
TJ, I got one more question. I don't know where we're at with time.
I haven't even got notified of anything yet,
All
so
right.
keep going.
Well,
Keep going. Unless the champ has somewhere to be, unless he's got to go like whoop some ass or something. You know, he's a busy guy.
Nah. Nah, I'm here. I'm here. I just gotta put my phone on the charger, so I
oh, you're
may
good.
have
I don't know if you noticed my
to.
camera's all moving around. I was setting up that was my technical difficulties. I had my phone up on the charger and on the my little phone holder here, and my phone holder
Ah,
snapped. So I'm like shaking my
oh,
phone a little bit. So,
oh.
but last time you were on with
Mhm.
TJ and I talk about it all the time. We left that interview feeling so motivated. It was just like a kick in the ass that we needed to hear that day. What's some words of wisdom that you want to leave with some people that are listening today that will give them that little bit of motivation? And TJ's over there taking notes for us.
In
Because I'm
my
telling you,
book,
dude, that's no joke. We were so inspired after talking to you last time.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I would say believe in yourself. For anybody watching at home, I'd say the biggest thing is believe in yourself. Because in life, you're gonna have people who, they don't see the vision that you see. They don't see what you see when you look at yourself or you look in the mirror. And they don't gotta see it. They don't gotta see it. They don't gotta respect it. They don't gotta respect your vision. But as long as you see it and you see where you want to be, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. Because like, if you'd have told me that any of this would have happened, my whole year would have happened last year, if probably would have asked somebody else, they probably wouldn't have seen it. But I believed in myself to get here, to get to this moment, and I carried myself with my morals and with my dignity and with my pride as a human being to say, you know what? I don't know what's going to happen a year from now, but I know that I'll be better than I was at that moment. So every day, just believe in yourself. That's all
Love
I
it.
can say.
I love it.
I think I just want to leave it at that. I think because anything I do is just gonna like dilute that. It's gonna water it down. Ladies and gentlemen, the concrete comet. He manifested his destiny just what, 3, 4 days ago?
I did. Yes,
He
sir.
did. He did. That's that's the slogan. When we see you, he did. Man, 5 star, it was amazing. Thank you so much for coming on. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget you can
Thank you for
buy
having me.
tickets this week for Dream Slam's Fallout Gamecraft Brewery, March 28th. 5 star defends that beautiful championship against Jack Cartwheel. That's going to be a good one. But, I can't let you go without sending Jack Cartwheel a little message. So, what do you got to say to your opponent?
Yo, Jack, if you listening to this, man, look, March 28th, we're going to tear the roof off of Gamecraft Brewery. No matter what happens, we're gonna make sure that we give a 5 star performance for the crowd, for ourselves, and most importantly for the world. Because I want the world to see Jack Cartwheel versus 5 star Raymond Bright in order to show everybody exactly what it means when I say 5 stars. I'll see you March 25th.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to follow us, subscribe, but especially follow and subscribe that guy. Where can they find you? On Instagram and all that stuff.
CC is CC 5 star on all social media. So we're talking Instagram, we're talking YouTube, we're talking X, all that. 5 star, CC 5 star.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Mickey, got anything?
No, just thanks again for joining us, man.
Boom.
Thank
All
y'all.
right,
Thank y'all
everyone.
for having me.
We'll talk to everyone later. Take it easy.